XRP is a threat to your liberties, like the Federal Reserve. Bitcoin will save lives. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are, whenever you are. Thank you for watching my videos. My name is Da Vinci Jeremy. Da Vinci is my name, not Jeremy. Jeremy is my last name. And I'm in the 5 here in Dubai, man. It's always a great day. Yes, you know, Bitcoin Philip is missing. We need to put that back right here. Thank you for, mentioning that. I have people watching this live. And if you're interested in watching it live, you can do so by signing up at lemex.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below. And you could also head over to bybit.davincij15.com. Also, links are in the description below, but you're going to need some ID. And I'm going to be opening up a new exchange that will not require you to use ID, no matter where you are in this world. If you're in some lands that are not so free and not so brave, or in China, for example, you don't need the VPN or ID. You could actually, use the exchange as you need. I don't know if it's a financial summit, right? As I've said many times, and yeah, look at that. Waffles, right? A little bit of waffling here, but don't worry, waffles will reign supreme once again. Orc still struggling, same with Wild Mouth, but it's still, they're not out. Same with Pepe. Down, but not out. Okay. Here's the news that I'm going to be covering in the next little while. Let's go over the first one, which is Red Garlic House. We would not be profitable or cash flow positive without selling our XRP holdings. Okay. That's 100% true. All of the 100 billion XRP tokens were created out of thin air by Ripple Labs in 2012 and reserved for insiders, right? Whether you think that's good or bad, it doesn't matter, right? It's not a good thing or a bad thing, right? It just is, right? And whether or not you perceive that as a bad thing, that's up to you. What is bad for me, right? Because it's not a good money system. Let's just say if Satoshi did create all the Bitcoins all at once and held them for himself, and still kept the same process, right? Everything that exists today, it'd probably still be, but fairly decent, right? One type of money. So long as, certain things were true, right? Well, with XRP, certain things are not so true. Like, for example, can they create more XRP? Yes, they can. They don't need to, right? Because they have lots of them, right? Because they made 100 billion of them, they kept most of them for themselves. This is why XRP has a very large market cap, because a lot of the tokens are not in circulation. Although they can be at any point in time, they lock them only for 30 days and then they unlock them and then they could actually start selling them. Right? Does that mean that it's terrible? No. It just means that, they can be very, very rich on your backs. Okay? That's all. That's how it is. Now, another person, right, has a few words to say about XRP. Let's listen.
Okay, emergency press conference. Ripple is undermining American prosperity and freedom. I can confirm Ripple is actively spending millions of dollars trying to undermine a strategic Bitcoin reserve in the United States of America. This is not just an attack on Bitcoin, but on principles of transparency, on fairness, and on our national security. A Bitcoin strategic reserve would be one of the most important economic announcements in American history. I personally would put it on par with Nixon in 1971.
As he said, right, a strategic reserve is very important. And for most people, you don't understand why a strategic reserve is very important for Bitcoin. And it is important because Bitcoin is an asset class that's special. And it's special because it has certain properties that Ripple and any other cryptocurrency doesn't have. It cannot be managed by government, right? That's the key thing. It cannot be, well, not managed, but they can't change the rules of Bitcoins. They can't set it to more than 21 million. They can't roll transactions back. All that is possible in all other cryptocurrencies. Once again, rolling transactions back, preventing you from actually spending your crypto is all possible in all other cryptos except Bitcoin. There it is. So that is why it is a threat to the security of every individual out there. Okay. Binance Bitcoin price gap hits record as perps say bearish at 105K. Well, I've been bearish actually. I know that it was like I told you, and we'll take a look at my trade, right, that I showed you guys last week. If you're watching, right, Bitcoin derivatives traders are getting new bearish records while price circles at all-time highs. At the latest findings from the on-chain analysis platform CryptoQuant reveal the largest ever derivatives discount ever recorded on the global exchange Binance. Wow. So what does the derivatives discount mean? So basically one side was getting a discount for going on against the other side. So for example, if you're super long, like most people are, right, and everybody went long, then the people who decide to go short, they get paid, right? Whilst the people who go long, they have to pay the people who are going short, right? And this is in order to balance these derivatives, right? So that they actually go in line with the price of Bitcoin and not go off into some crazy world. And despite trading less than $5,000 from the price discovery, BTC USD is anything but enticing from derivatives for derivatives traders. Okay, CryptoQuant confirms that the gap between spot and derivatives pricing has never been wider. Oof. So in some cases, right, this as it tries to equalize the price, right, with forwards or something like that, sometimes they just can't seem to get the price down. So those might be, like, for example, let's just say everybody's going long. So basically, the derivatives contract is higher than the actual spot price because everybody's just like, no, we're going to move. And they're going to go long. And so that's what happens. And this is what's going on. Okay, MicroStrategy owes 19 billion unrealized Bitcoin gains, right? They're saying that MicroStrategy is going to have to pay some taxes, right? But then they go on to say, in this report, they go on to say they owe under the Inflation Reduction Act of 2022. Like, this is ridiculous. Now, if you buy an asset, I'm sure it's not property, right? Just so you know, it's not like real estate. I mean, right? Everything's property. But anyways, as long as it's not real estate, of course, 100% sure about that. If the price goes up, well, you got to pay taxes on that. But I didn't sell. I don't care. That's what your government is saying to you. I don't care. Okay, give me more money. But I didn't do it. I didn't get cash for this. It could go to zero, right? I'm holding it to zero effect. And then what am I supposed to do? Not my problem. You see the evil that is, and that's your government for you. That is the definition of evil. Well, supposedly, with Trump in office, that this is going to be undone and he won't have to pay. This is absolutely ridiculous. And so also, on top of that, this is good because even though he owes this eventually if he sells, and it could be even higher if he sells, right, in the future, he's never going to do that because he's not going to pay. So that Bitcoin is going nowhere so long as we have the tax regime, an income tax regime. It's going nowhere. The day there's no more taxes, you'll sell, right? That won't be sold 100%, right? As long as we don't have, if we don't have a fiat floating system, we're actually, still, we're like using Bitcoin, for example, money, and he's going to sell, right? He's going to buy stuff with it because that's what it's good for. And there's no more taxes. Okay. Bitcoin wallet holding at least $100 near all-time highs at Binance. Okay, wow. Bitcoin wallet addressed with at least $100 have grown 25% in the past year, reaching nearly 30 million. This is good. This is good. I think those people, anyone who holds $100 in Bitcoin, right, even though it's a small amount, might think it's a small amount, that will translate into huge wealth in the future. I mean, it'd be like, wow, you were smart to hold that $100 worth of Bitcoin so long until it became money. Man, Jesus, that was ingenious. Yes, it will be the best thing you ever done. So make sure if you can't afford to buy a whole Bitcoin, of course, most people can't, $100 worth. Definitely, I would suggest you get $100 of Bitcoin today. Okay. Well, now it's time for doing some trades. And if you're interested in trading, you can do so at levex.wgj15.com or bybit.wgj15.com. Links are in the description below. So let's go to our first trade of the day. Wow. I tightened this up, right? I originally had, I'm going to bring it up on my, what's it called? Telegram group. Let's see here. Right here. Originally had this, and I felt that it was good to tighten this thing up because I felt that, okay, there's a chance that, this is not going to break below the 100K-ish or $97,000. So I was thinking, okay, let's bring it back up, right? And let's see what have we done, right? Now that, we're breaking almost to the 97. We're at that below the 100K. We're almost at the 100K, and we're at 101. And it looks like the 97 is a possibility, as I thought it might be, that it was in the side of a range, that it was going to be trading in. And yeah, I was right about that. So yeah, if you held on to your trade, that was good on you. All right. For those who were in the private group, congratulations. For those who watched this and took this trade, congratulations as well, and kept it. You did extremely well. And if you want to take profits here or move your stocks to break even, that would be the smart thing to do. It's too late to jump into another trade right now. Let's just take a look at Ethereum. Yeah, breaking down, but it's still in its range here. So we're looking for Ethereum to do some sort of bounce here soon, or else it's in a lot of trouble. Solana still has a long way to fall. We're talking like at least the 215-ish area for it to fall, at 220-ish for it to fall before we actually reverse course. So I'm going to wait for that before we make a trade. I want to do some sort of long on a Solana, so I'm going to wait for that. And that's what a good trader does. He waits for his best entry, and he goes and does that. So I'm going to be doing some Q&A now. For those who are watching this live, once again, you can watch this live by just signing up at lemex.wgj15. Link is in the description below. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you guys next time.